Hey YouTube, Bruce here, coming from this cool Geerage. I just want to show you a fireplace I have made. It's a tent stove. It's made out of recycled metal that I got from work. I got a steel tube. It's about 14 inch in diameter across this way and about 32 inches long. I got some steel plate and I just cut them out round. And as well as the burner up here. The 3-inch stock for the exhaust, 3-inch for the intake, fully adjustable intake. You can choke it off as much as whatever line of air you want to have come in there. It's up to you. And I'll show you the door here. I've got a combination of some flat stock. And I did cut the door out of this steel plate here. Just used a zip disc on a grinder. And a little bit of rebar welded for the catch and the latch. A regular 3-inch hinge, just welded to the outside here. On the inside, I've got a steel grate where you put the wood. The intake goes in underneath this steel grate, causes the draft that goes up, so it burns and it comes out here. And inside there, I've got a steel plate for a secondary burn. So the air cycles, comes in down low, goes across the center of the burn chamber and then back out across the top. And it cleans up the exhaust. It helps, it heats everything up and it just gives it an extra burn, secondary burn. So that's it there. Don't know what else I can tell you. Some square stock down here, a little bit of rebar welded to that. So I've welded these myself, made all the welds. I'm not a welder, I'm a carpenter, but I've got a vision to create cool things coming from my cool Geerage. So anyway, you'll see a little bit more of me. I'm going to start to create more videos as time goes on, and you can catch up on what I'm doing. I'm making somewhat instructional videos on how to. Super easy. I watched enough YouTube videos to know that everybody seems to want to learn, and that's how I learned. I've learned from a lot of different YouTube channels to give me ideas, and I've kind of combined what I know and what I've learned over the course of a couple years watching YouTube videos. I decided, why not make some myself? I spend a lot of time on YouTube just watching, learning. I thought I would show you guys this. But anyways, this is my latest tent stove. My other fire pits that I have are recycled propane bottles, 20 pound and 30 pound bottles. So they work really good to make smaller tent stoves, and I use those in the backyard. And tonight, being New Year's Eve, I'm going to light up this and do a first burn, and I will record it because I understand that YouTubers get very angry when they don't see these tent stoves or any of these fireplaces burning. They always want to see how it ends. So I thought I'd do another video tonight when it's getting closer to dark, and I'll put the stove up in the backyard and do a burn. Anyway, hope you like it, and you will see more of me in the future. Bruce out. So it's been about a half an hour since I started the tent stove. You can see there's relatively no smoke coming out of it. I decided to light up one of my propane fire pits. Propane bottle fire pits, and again, same thing is there's zero smoke. So they burn so hot and efficiently. They're considered like to me a rocket stove. So let's go take a look, see here. Let's open up the propane one right now. There's small wood in there just burning away, but like it's just pure efficient heat. It's a lot. It's hot out here. Outside of here, and then in here I'll show you the tent stove that it really kicks in. You can see when I open the door, it really kicked in the amount of air it needs, because it really picks up the air when you open the door. So what I might do on my next ones, I might put another one of these air inductions, the air holes. I might put it around the back side, just see if that would make a difference, if it would burn that much hotter or that much different. But alternatively, what you can do is you can keep the door ajar a little bit. You can see looking in from the top there, it's still cooking pretty good. But again, like I say, these are so efficient. The amount of actual like dirty smoke is so minimal. All you see is pure heat coming out them. This again is my rocket stove idea through the propane bottle. I think that works pretty good. I'm pretty happy with those. And again, this is my tent stove. I think it needs a little bit more air inside it to get in there, and I can do that. I'll put another one of those air vents in there. So again, you can see it. My propane bottle, tent stove, and my horizontal tent stove seem to be working really good. I'm pretty happy with them. More later. Hey, Bruce here, coming to you from the cool Geerage. I just wanted to do a review and a comment on my 2 fire pits I burned last night. One being a tent stove, and another one I brought out, I forgot I had it hidden around the corner of my backyard, is a propane stove, wood burning stove. Yeah, I burned them both last night. My propane stoves are immaculate, flawless. They work awesome. I'm super happy with the way those things work out. So now I'm going to come back in here and give you a review of some of the things that I've noted from last night. It was the first burn on the tent stove model, and now I want to show you what I've given some thoughts to about it. So coming in here. So last night I burned it. It worked really good. I was pretty happy. I had a pot of water sitting on it. It took about 9 minutes to boil a pot of water. It worked fantastic. The air induction through the 3-inch the hole here worked awesome. No problems at all. Had the air dialed in perfectly. Everything worked really good there. As you can see, lots of ashes in there. Burned up pretty good. And absolutely no complaints. Was able to fill up the wood box, and I would say it burned probably for about 3.5 hours before I needed to put in more. The ashes burned down to the point where I just needed to add some more wood, and away it went just like crazy. So worked out really good. The one comment I would say about it is the 3-inch intake and the 3-inch exhaust was not quite enough air. So I had this wide open, and what I found is I just cracked the door just a touch, just like that, just enough to give a little bit of an extra draft, and the air that was, the heat that was coming off of here was insane. It was fantastic. No problems whatsoever. So that worked out good. Like I said, the cooktop worked perfect. Flawlessly, no problems at all. The had lots of heat coming from here, radiating in the backyard. It was good. I showed you that last night. And yeah, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving it a sand. I've got my sanding discs in the garage here. These ones here, they go on the grinder. They work fantastic. The right amount of sand without the grinding wheels scratching like crazy. I don't like the grinding wheels. So not the grinding wheels, but anyway, everything looked good. As for the lack of draw, or the little bit of less draw that I could have got, I could put another one of these 3-inch intakes over here on this end here. But the way I see it is, I want to try and make these things so guys like you guys I can make them and sell them, and not put crazy amount of effort and time into it, because the more time you put in, the more it's going to cost. That's all it is to it. I do this for a hobby. I don't do it as a living. That's not what I'm about. And I just try and create these things that I've enjoyed making, and I create them for an opportunity for others. I'm going to be making videos, like I've said in my past videos, some instructional videos on how-tos. I'm not a welder. I can't tell you my welds are very good at all. I couldn't even tell you that. But what I do know is they work. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on making these fire pits. I've got a lot of different ideas, and it's good comments. That's what I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, some feedback and what you would like to see differently and whatnot. So in the back here, I have got my other fire pit, and these ones here are my tried and true. This is where I started, right here. This is like back in the day. I made these. These are phenomenal. You know, for a small 20-pound tank, you just fill it up. So what I do is like I showed you in the video, I put the kindling in there, and I close this up, and then I put the tiger torch, not the tiger torch, but the propane torch in here, and you don't even have to open this up. It just gets great draft. This is a perfect size for the 3-inch in, the 3-inch out, going up there. It works great. Fantastic. And you can fill the entire box up here, and it burns for probably an hour and a half. These you do need to fill more than these, because as you can imagine, you can fill this just full of materials. But these are great. I have no comments about those. I've sold lots of these ones, and the 30-pounders, I'm going to be making videos with some 30-pounders coming shortly. And yeah, I did a video yesterday on some of the how to get your tanks ready for cleaning and cutting into and all that. I got my toys here. So yeah, I will be making a lot more videos, but I just wanted to give you an idea on what I thought about the 2 fire pits that I burned last night. You've seen me with them. So I'll get those videos out, and I'll be making up some more videos. It's kind of fun. I just do it for a good time, not for money. I just do it for a good time. But hey, thanks for coming out, and appreciate you liking this if you thought it was enjoyable and helpful. Thanks so much for your time. Bruce out.